Hi, it's Becky, and I wanted to share with you how to add states to grouped objects. Well, actually it's a workaround, since groups can't really have states. But let's back up a minute. On this slide, learners are told to click on the house, which I'll do now, in order to put up the for sale sign. Now we know that because learners had to click, the sign must have been initially hidden. So let's take a look at the slide. I'll close the preview and come back over to the timeline on the slide and click on that signpost in the timeline, and then come over to the States tab. And it looks like this is a group. You can see that its initial state is hidden and all the items are inside of here. What I mean is the signpost, the for sale sign itself, the text box that sits on the sign, the little chains that hold the sign up, all of those pieces are inside. But if I come back over here and I click on this slide, come over to the timeline, this is where I have previously set up a group so I can show this to you. And I'm going to expand the group so you can see that all the items are inside of here. So you can see all of the little pieces that make up that group. I'm going to come back over now and click on the group and click on the States tab. And when you do that, you can see that states are not available. Everything down here is dimmed. So states are not available for groups. So we need a workaround. I'm going to now right-click on this sign. And from this menu, I'm going to choose to ungroup all of the objects. And then I'm going to deselect one of the items. So I'm going to deselect the signpost. But everything else will remain selected. And I'm going to right-click again and choose Cut. So the only item that remains on the slide is the signpost. Everything else has now been placed inside the clipboard. I'm going to click on the signpost again. And over here on the States tab, you can see that states are available. And I'm going to double-click on the normal state. That makes it editable. With the normal state editable, I'm going to right-click and I'm going to choose Paste. And all of the objects have now been pasted inside that normal state. And I'll click Done Editing States. Back on the slide, I'm going to click on the post, and when we look at the States tab, you can see that all the objects are inside the normal state, and states are now available. So I can come over here and change this initial state to hidden. Now all we need is the trigger to make things happen. So we're going to create a new trigger that will change the state of that post. But what I'd like you to do, when you look inside the trigger wizard, you can see in yellow that I'm highlighting the post. But when you look on the slide, you can see that all the items are inside of this state. So it looks like a group. It's not really a group, but everything is going to respond to this trigger. So we're going to change the state of that post to normal when the user clicks on the house. And I'll click on OK. Now you have the workaround for setting up states on a group of items in Articulate Storyline.